Hey guys, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Courtney.
And this is
Bloom Podcast. Welcome to episode 2, guys.
Yay, we're so excited. We're going to share some cool stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool stuff. So basically what we want to do on every one of our podcasts from here on out is have a weekly recap. Okay, so we're going to talk about some things that we loved from the week, and we're going to talk about some things that we did not love from the week. Or, things that happened to us.
We've got some good stories for you guys.
Definitely some interesting stories this week. But we're going to call these our highlights and lowlights.
Mm-hmm.
And
a little play on words.
Yes, absolutely. Not that, we do anything with hair as a profession or anything, but we just thought it was cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're also going to talk about products that we love this week and what we're watching or reading.
Mm-hmm.
So, Courtney, do you want to start?
I will. And let me just preface this, guys, by saying that my week got very eventful today. So I'm going to start off with some highlights, and then for my lowlights, I've got a pretty funny story to share. So some highlights this week. Our first episode dropped.
Yay. So exciting. Love it.
I still can't believe that we did it, but it's out there. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't, go listen.
Yes. Listen to episode 1, and then you can binge it. You can listen to episode 1 on your way to work, and then episode 2 on the way home.
Of course. So another thing that happened this week, my fiance Logan brought me Chinese food. That was definitely a highlight.
Always
of
good.
This week. I've been craving Chinese I talked about it last week.
Mm-hmm. We talked about going and getting it, but we didn't.
I love Chinese food, so I was craving it. Logan made it happen. That was really exciting. And then another thing that happened to me this week, I don't know why I think this is so funny, but I've been seeing the clean girl look everywhere. I've seen so many people that I follow on YouTube making videos about it.
I have no idea what this is. I don't have a clue.
So what I've gathered is that, you're just supposed to look fresh-faced and clean.
Okay.
I don't really know how you make your makeup look clean, but I've been trying to embrace it. I already, with my brows, do like the feathery look, so I think that's part of it. And then what I've gathered is just like fresh-faced, glowy, like minimalist. You want minimal makeup, minimal jewelry. Mm-hmm. And so in order to embody the clean girl look, I went out with wet hair yesterday. I don't know if that counts, but I think that kind of embodies the clean girl look.
Clean girl look, you have to be freshly showered.
And I was.
Freshly showered and clean.
Don't mind that it was very cold outside last night. I think it was probably freezing and had wet hair, but,
Well, maybe I'll try out the clean girl look this week.
You should, and you should look it up. Like, everyone is doing tutorials on the clean girl look, and I'm
surprised I haven't seen this, like, on TikTok or...
I'm surprised, too.
I haven't seen it.
I don't really use TikTok much, but I've seen it on TikTok.
I haven't seen it at all.
Well, you have to go looking for it, guys. So, if you haven't yet, look at the clean girl
Google
look.
It. Just do a quick Google.
Do a quick Google search, because I did, and I was excited about the things that I found. And then, report back. Try out the clean girl look.
Absolutely.
So,
I'll talk about a couple of my highlights.
Yeah, sounds
Obviously, starting this podcast, that's, like, huge for us. So, just having our first episode out there and sharing it with our family and our friends.
It was scary.
Yeah, it's very scary, but
we did it.
We did it, and it's over, and it's behind us, and hopefully it just gets better and better from here on out. Mm-hmm. I also want to share that I talked to our older brother Adam on the phone the other day for like 2.5 hours. I don't even know, like, looking back, I'm like, what all did we talk about? We talked about music. We talked about, keeping in touch more often. I mean, it's not, we don't talk on a weekly basis, I would say, but, we talked about how we needed to be better about that. But one of the fun things that he shared with me was about rewatching movies, like, from our childhood.
Yeah.
And, like, we used to always, like, quote movies and stuff.
Right.
So I just love...
Still do.
Yeah, I still love quoting movies, and we talked about, like, rewatching movies and shows. Right. And I've seen an article online that says, like, if you like to rewatch the same movie over and over, that can be a link to, like, mental illness. So, but we're not
to make light of mental illness.
No. But not at all. But I'm gonna turn this into a positive and say, you know what? Maybe sometimes you just like to relive the moment and like what you felt when you first watched something. You know?
Yeah. I agree. Like, there's something special about that. Like rewatching old movies or TV shows that you loved when you were younger, and kind of reliving that feeling that you got when you first watched it. And there's something, I don't know, it feels good to kind of watch something that you really enjoyed as a child.
Right. I don't know.
Or really enjoyed watching, like, with your family.
Right. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. Because
cool.
I did tell Adam, I was like, yeah, I heard that can be a link to like mental illness. Like people say that all the time. And he was like, what? I've never heard that before. And then he was like, why don't you just talk about how good it makes you feel? Yeah. Like, just turn it into a positive.
Yeah.
And
I think it is a positive.
It is. It's a positive for me. You want to talk about your lowlights?
Oh, goodness. Guys, so to preface this, Carrie and I record in her book room. I know we mentioned that last week. Mm-hmm. And so today I was all excited, got ready to come and record our episode. And I was driving to Carrie's house. I talked to her the whole way here. And I pull in her driveway, park my car, and I hang up the phone. I was like, Carrie, okay, I'm walking in. I'll see you in a minute. Hang up the phone, step out of the car, and her neighbor's dogs dart from their backyard, like running full speed at me. And one of them attacked me. One of them attacked me. It was the black one.
I didn't see it, but
it attacked me. There were two. There was one little black dog and one little white dog. The black one came up and just lunged at my leg.
It's not funny.
And bit me. And let me just say, I was so excited about my outfit today. I was telling Carrie on the phone about my leggings and how I couldn't wait to wear them and how I love them. Mm-hmm. And this dog comes up and bites me.
He didn't put a hole in your leggings, though.
Thank goodness, because I would have been so angry.
And thankful it was a little dog.
Yeah. So not only did he bite me when he first saw me, but then I'm walking into your house, and he bites me a second time.
I was trying to, when I opened the door, I was trying to keep our dogs from going outside. And she was like, she had this look of terror on her face, like,
because
let
I was
me
terrified.
in.
So it bites my first leg and then bites my other leg. And I was just so upset. Like, tragic. I look down and I see this slobber on my leggings, and I see the teeth marks like in my leggings. And so all I could think was like, I've got to get in this house as soon as possible. This dog. Sorry, I can't stop laughing because it wasn't funny in the moment. I was terrified, but it is kind of funny looking back on it now.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen this happen, but fortunately I did not.
I was like running into your house because I was like, this dog is going to keep attacking me.
No, your eyes were like really wide when you were like, let me in this house right now.
I was so shocked. Now, I will say, it was a tiny little dog. Like, probably doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds.
There's no way. It's like 5 pounds.
It hurt. And I was so shocked.
Maybe in its old age, it's getting
aggressive.
Aggressive, yeah.
Absolutely. I was very surprised. I was not expecting that at all.
Guys, put your dogs on a leash.
Please.
Okay? If you don't have a fenced-in backyard to let your dogs out, please put your dogs on a leash.
Like, I'm just thankful that, 1, it wasn't worse. 2, they didn't put a hole in my leggings. And 3, that they weren't bigger dogs.
Oh my gosh, no, your leg would have been gone.
And I will say, my legs are bruised. I have bruises from where this dog bit me.
Yes, she does. I can vouch for that.
Oh, and I also want to say, I was so sweet to these dogs. Like, I saw them running up to me, and I got so excited because I love dogs. So they start running up to me, and I'm saying, hi, puppies. Hey, what are y'all doing? Giving them my best doggy voice.
Weren't having it.
They weren't.
Didn't matter.
They're having a bad day.
Terrible day. Speaking of terrible days. So last weekend, one of my tires on my car has been leaking air. And
mine too.
I couldn't drive, and I was on call, so I took my husband's truck to work for like 4 days. Mm-hmm. Well, Monday, his truck, it's not old, but it doesn't have, like, you can't, like, just go up to the truck and, like, put your hand on the doorknob or the handle and it open. Mm-hmm. Or, like, there's no button on the door handle to unlock the car, so I had to get my keys out of my car, and I'd been in surgery, and so my watch was also in my pocket, my Apple Watch. And when I pulled the keys out, I also pulled out my Apple Watch, and sadly, RIP to that Apple Watch screen. So That was my low for the week. It's so sad.
That's so sad.
But I've had it for like 4 years, so it's an older model. And me and Courtney were talking about it. She was like, "Are you going to get a new one?" I was like, "I really don't even think I need one." I really don't. Like, it's just it's something nice to have and it's convenient.
Yeah.
But it's not like a necessity for me.
Yeah. And they do get a little bit obnoxious at times. You know, the constant notifications about your movement.
Oh, yeah. Reminder to breathe. Yeah. Which I know you can turn that off, but I guess I'm just too lazy to do that.
Me too. I've never thought to turn it off.
Thank you, Apple Watch, for reminding me to breathe. If it weren't for you, I would have forgot.
And those reminders always come at the moment when you need it most, honestly. Mm-hmm. But you're like, I can't do this right now. Like, I'm so stressed out. I can't take a minute to breathe. I don't have a minute to breathe.
Not at all. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll get a new one. Maybe I won't. Probably not.
You'll have to keep us updated. I'm curious.
We also want to talk about some favorite products from the week. Courtney, do you want to share some things that you've been using?
Yes. So I have a couple favorite products from this week. So one that I bought earlier this week is some greens and reds. I've been seeing that everywhere.
Powder.
Yes, like the powders that you mix with water or juice. And so I've been seeing it everywhere that everyone's been buying them, and I felt like I had to jump on the bandwagon and get my own. Mm-hmm. And so I ordered from One Up Nutrition. Mm-hmm. They're organic greens and reds. They have really good ingredients.
Free of everything, like no soy, gluten free. Mm-hmm. They're free of everything. I don't even know.
Yeah, I believe they're vegan.
Yeah, vegan soy friendly,
free, like you mentioned, gluten free. Mm-hmm. Like you mentioned, free of everything.
Right.
And so I was really excited about that. All clean ingredients. And I ordered the green apple flavor. Mm-hmm. And I will say,
let me tell you why. Because she has to because it's greens and the powder is green. Mm-hmm. She needed it to be green apple.
Yes, I needed the flavor to match the color for my mind to allow me to drink it. I know that sounds crazy.
It's different, but I understand.
But any other flavor, I don't think I could tolerate it because I have the
it has to be green.
Has to match.
Yeah, you could just put it in a cup that you couldn't see it in.
I could do that, but, when I'm dumping the powder in, I see the green color, and I'm like, it needs to be green apple.
Yeah. I tasted them. They're not awful.
I like them.
Yeah.
I will say, I made my mom and dad try them. Both of them disliked the flavor, but I thought that they were really good.
But it's not something that you just want to, sip on all day. Like, you really just need to chug it and be done with it.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's not like...
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely not one of those things that... you're going to drink all day. I think you're meant to take them once, maybe twice a day. Mm-hmm. And
I've used green powders in the past, and I do really like them and enjoy the effects that they give me. It may be a mental thing for me, but I think they work.
Yeah, there's a lot of really great benefits to drinking them every day. Or
and
so
I think,
they say.
I don't know if yours do, but mine have like a probiotic in them.
Yeah, mine do too, and prebiotics. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's good.
Work on my gut health.
I'm always trying to improve my gut health.
It's important.
TMI. So. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's important. It really is. It's something that you got to take care of.
Yeah, and people don't talk about it very often.
I know, but I've read that a healthy body kind of starts in your gut. Like, it's important to.
Yes, I think there is a book about that. Yeah. I haven't read it, but I think it's called Mind Your Gut or something like that. I've seen it. I need to read it.
Like, your gut health is related to so many different things in your body. Mm-hmm. So I got me some greens. I really enjoy them, honestly. I could sip on them all day if I needed to, which I get that I don't. So keep in mind, the flavor's not for everybody, but they have several different flavors.
It's not,
on their website.
But what I've read in the past, you're putting greens in your bodies that are supposed to be good for your body, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to taste good. You know what I mean? And if it tastes too good, you're like, what did they put in this? Yeah. To make it taste this way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
do you have any other products to talk about?
Yes. So also, I've been trying to work on my overall health and well-being. So I've been taking Ollie Undeniable Beauty Hair, Skin, and Nails vitamins. Mm-hmm. They're little gummies, and I was trying to find the best kind for my hair and skin and nails, because I feel like my nails always have ridges. My hair is prone to breakage because I have very fine, thinner hair.
And it's color treated, so
yes, it is color treated. So want to take care of it, and I got the grapefruit flavor. I don't know if they have different flavors.
I don't know.
I like it, honestly.
But you like grapefruit flavored things normally, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of citrus flavors. So I really enjoy it. I thought they were pretty tasty. I have read online that not everyone loves the flavor or the smell. The smell does not bother me at all. I feel like they smell like how they taste. So,
also, just a side note, always check with your doctor, medical provider, PA, before you start taking any new supplements. And this is not us recommending you go out and buy that supplement and immediately start taking it. Like, check with your medical professional.
Yes,
first.
Definitely. But I'll have to keep y'all updated on those two things.
Yeah,
and
please
let you know
do.
how my greens work out and how my hair, skin, and nails vitamins work out. I'll let you know if I experience any changes with those things. So
yeah,
stay tuned for that. And then the last product that I have from this week is just a favorite product that I have currently, which is the Lululemon Wonder Train High Rise 4-inch shorts. So they're like a biker short, but a little bit shorter. I guess just like regular spandex shorts. Y'all know I mentioned that I previously worked at Lululemon. I still love Lululemon and will probably always be a Lululemon supporter. They sent me a discount code, and so I had to buy something.
You had to. If you get a discount code, you gotta buy it.
Game over. I'm buying something. So I bought those shorts.
I prefer my biker shorts to be a little bit shorter too. I don't really like the ones that come down. You did give me a pair of Lululemon ones that were longer, too long for you. But fun fact about Lululemon, you can get your stuff hemmed, right?
Yes, for free.
Yeah,
you do free hemming. So, and that's for the life of the product. So you can bring something back years from now and say, "Hey, I want these hemmed."
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, but I really love them. I feel like they look good. They hold everything in well, and so cool. One of my favorites.
Yeah. Is that your products?
Yes, that's everything. So tell us a little about yours.
So, I've always had oily skin. Like, I can remember in high school, like, just being an old slick all day. The older I get, the more my skin changes. Like, I feel like I'm not as oily, but I am prone to get oily throughout the day. But the older I get, I also want to, like, wear things, I guess, like, clean girl. Like, I'm trying to be glowy, okay? So, back when I was self-tanning, I got this glowy foundation, but it was obviously, I'm not self-tanning anymore, so it's way too dark for me, but I got it in my shade yesterday, so I'm excited to start using that again. It's the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation, like infallible.
I need to try it.
Line. It's really, it's got good coverage. I would say more of a medium coverage, but you can build it up for sure.
Okay.
But it looks beautiful on the skin, and I always set my foundation with powder. So if you are oily, like, just keep that in mind. Like, you can always, like, make it last longer by setting your face with, like, a loose powder.
Yeah. And I have super dry skin. How would I feel about it?
I think you would like it.
Really?
Yeah, you like dewy stuff, and I think you would really enjoy it.
That's good to know. So
it's not as full coverage as your It Cosmetics, but it's good. Then I also started using Brow Freeze today by Anastasia. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I think I need to fill in my brows before I use it, because it really is what it says. Like, it's a brow freeze. Like, you put it in and your brows are there. Like, it's like a wax.
Yeah. I've been wanting to try it. You know, I like my eyebrows sticking straight up in the air.
But I'll keep you updated. I need to try it out more. I've only tried it once today, but I thought it was something cool to share. Like, if you just want to put something clear in your brows.
Yeah. That's what I do. That's all I do on my brows. I only use, like, a clear brow gel or something like that.
Right. So. Your eyebrows are a little bit thicker than mine, so.
I need to try it.
Yeah, for sure. And then last but not least, we want to talk about things we've been watching and reading this week. Do you want to start with your shows?
Yeah. So recently, Logan and I, something that we've been doing is trying to watch more shows together, because we both have our shows that we enjoy watching separately. So we wanted something that we could watch together. We did set a rule for watching this show, and that is that we can only watch it together. We're not allowed to watch it when we're away from one another. And also, if we're watching it together, I'm prone to falling asleep during movies and TV shows. So we said that if I fall asleep, he can finish the episode, but he can't start a second one. So that way we stay really close together. He doesn't get too far ahead. And then I'll just pick back up as soon as I can and finish that episode. But it's been going really well. We've been watching together, and we've been watching You on Netflix. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I'm obsessed.
I love that show.
We're finally in season 3. We're about halfway through.
Is that the final season that's out?
Yes, that's the final season. But it did get approved for a 4th season, so I'm really excited about that, and can't wait to see.
And the ending of that season, it's a cliffhanger. So, like,
good.
I mean, it's set up for a new season, so that's good.
I'm excited
I love
to
that
finish
show.
it. We'll probably finish it later this week, but I'm excited to see what happens.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading a lot of books this week. And Courtney and me, we talked about this, and we were like, probably need to keep it to like one book. Because I could sit here and talk about this for hours.
Right. Maybe a favorite.
Favorite book of the week was Fortuna Sworn. It's a fantasy romance by K.J. Sutton. If you're a fan of the ACOTAR series, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses, or like, it gave me like Divergent vibes. I know that was really popular like 10 years ago.
I loved that book.
But I really enjoyed it. It was a 4-star read for me. So I liked it.
Good.
I would recommend. I'm excited. It's a series, so I'm excited to continue with the series. I'm not sure how many books are out. I think maybe 4, and it's like a 6-book series, possibly. So I'll keep you updated on that if I continue the series.
Good. I know that I mentioned I'm also a new reader, and this week I've been reading Beach Read. I think it's by Emily Henry.
It is.
And I've really been enjoying it so far. It's taken me a while to get through it. I haven't had much free time, but I'm excited to finish it, and I'll keep y'all updated on how many stars it gets from me.
It got 5 from me. And if you don't give it 5, I'm going to be sad.
I have high hopes. I've really enjoyed it so far. I'm getting 5-star vibes, so we'll see.
It's really good. It's really good.
So now that we've shared with you a little bit about our past week, want to get into today's episode, which is our favorite apps. And we're really excited about this.
Yes.
So we have a lot of good ones and some hidden gems.
Hopefully no one, well, not no one. Some people will know about these, but hopefully we've got some that you have never heard of.
Yeah.
And you can download them.
Yeah, for sure. So we have some categories, which are socials, content, financial, shopping, health and wellness, food, reading, and miscellaneous. So we thought it would be good to separate those into categories. That way it's easier for you to find them, things like that, and you know more about what you're looking for. So Carrie, why don't you start us off by telling us a little bit about your favorite socials?
Okay, well, this is boring. My favorite social media app is Instagram, obviously. I mean, I have, this is embarrassing, but I have like 5 Instagram accounts.
I love that though.
But
one for everything.
I have my main account. I have my reading account at Carried Away Reads if you want to follow on there.
Go follow.
I had an account when I was in PA school that I just kind of kept up with other PAs and our PA students.
A lot of people do that too. I've seen a lot of PA accounts. I didn't know it was so popular when you did it.
Oh, it's a lot.
And now I know someone else who went to PA school that I went to undergrad with. And she made one when she went through PA school. I think it's neat.
I was going to like continue it into my career.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, I do love my job, but I felt like it was too much of my job. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like coming home and still doing my job, or like still talking about my job, and that would just consume my life.
Yeah, it's kind of harder to find a work-life balance when you go to work and then you come home and you talk more about work.
Right, and my whole thing is work-life balance. And that's why I became a PA. So, well, not why, but one of the many reasons.
Right.
I have my reading account, my PA account, which I don't use, and then I created an account for my house.
Yeah, when you were building.
When I was building. Haven't updated that recently, but it's still there if you want to look at it. Gamble Homestead. And then obviously the Bloom podcast account, which me and Courtney kind of tackle together.
Yeah. So my favorite social media app is kind of a weird one. I don't know how many people use this, but I absolutely love Reddit. I know it sounds a little bit nerdy. I don't know why I've always associated that app with, like, I don't know. I've never really understood it until recently.
Adam was talking to me about Reddit the other day.
Really?
Yeah, like he was talking about how he likes to get on there, and he likes to try to like get the highest liked comment, which he had. Really? He had a comment on something. It was just like this little GIF, or like this. It wasn't a GIF. It was a video of this guy trying to throw a plastic bag into a trash can. Like he would like throw the bag up and lift the lid, and it would like he was trying to get it to go in. And then, like, once he finally did it, it took him several tries. He, like, threw his jacket over his shoulder like he was so proud and, like, walked away.
That's hilarious.
And so Adam has the top comment. I think he's got, like, 3,000 likes on it or something. I can't remember what the comment was, but
that's so funny.
I used to use it when I watched shows.
See, I haven't commented on anything yet.
Like,
I've
theories
for
shows.
Yeah. No, I'm a big reality TV girl. Love Big Brother, The Bachelor franchise. Recently, I've been really into Joe Millionaire. And I like to get on there and read, like, spoilers and stuff. I don't know why I like to spoil it for me. But that's something that I really enjoy doing, is kind of seeing everyone's theories for what's going to happen.
Don't spoil it for me. I hate spoilers. For a book, for a show. I hate it.
See, I don't share with anybody. You know, I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
But I like to know.
I
and especially when I have other people who watch with me, I like to know what's going to happen so I can see their reaction as it happens and be like, oh, I knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
So I haven't commented on anything yet, I don't think. I've just kind of,
You're just reading it.
Yeah, just reading it.
She read it.
Yeah, I read it.
That was lame.
I liked it, though. I thought it was funny.
Okay, is that your only social app that you were talking about?
Yeah, I love Instagram. That's probably my most used app, but really been loving Reddit lately.
Okay, cool. Next, we have, like, content-related stuff. So, like I mentioned, I have a Bookstagram account, and then we have our Bloom podcast account. So we like to create things for that, and there's ways of editing things as well. Was that my dog?
It was.
Sorry.
Bless his heart. He scratched on the door.
Did he scratch?
I think so.
I think he's laying up against the door. He's trying to get close to us.
you.
Yeah. So sad.
Sweet.
Do you want to talk about some of your content related?
Yes. So I only have one, but it's a really good one, guys.
Oh, yes, it is so good.
It is. I love this app. So my favorite content related app is called Retouch, and it can be used to remove objects from pictures.
I don't personally use it, but I love that you use this.
It's so good. And see, I don't do a lot of editing on my pictures or anything.
Right.
I don't retouch my face in any way. But
I've been guilty of that.
Hey, I think we've all done it at one point. But
if you want to do it, do it.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Whatever. If you don't want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. Whatever.
I try not to, like, put the blurring filter on my face anymore, but yeah.
But, so, for example, a couple weeks ago, we went to the Van Gogh exhibit in Birmingham.
A month ago.
And, yeah. Did I say a few weeks?
When we got sick.
Yes. So we went to the Van Gogh experience, and my sister Carrie, who's sitting with me now, she had a picture that she really loved of herself from that exhibit, but our mom was standing in the corner of it, and I was like,
I hate that it had to be mom.
I know.
That we edited
because you kind of feel bad about taking her out of it, but
but it took away from
it did.
what the picture was. Yeah.
Yeah. So Carrie was like, "Oh man, I wish mom wasn't in this picture," and I said, "You know what? I have an app for that."
And she took her
right out,
and it looked so natural.
And I will say, the app, you do have to pay for it, but it's a one-time fee. It's not a recurring charge. And honestly, it's worth it. I've used it so many times whenever you have a person or an object in your, picture that you don't want to be there. You can take care of it.
I love it.
It works flawlessly. It's so good. Sometimes it takes a little bit of, like, undoing that, redoing it, things like that.
To, like, smooth, because you don't want the wall in the background to be, like, distorted.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can, like, it's so weird how you can do it, but you can just, like, smooth things out, or, like, if lines are off, you can change that. I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
I have a couple that I want to talk about. So Canva, I know a lot of people use this, but I use this to make, like, graphics for. That's how I used, or that's how I made our little podcast logo thing, or like our content.
Yeah.
And then I also use it for my Bookstagram. I make little graphics on there as well. And a lot of people know about that one, so that one's nothing new. I also use an app called Headliner. I just use
haven't heard of this.
Well, it's how I made our little audiogram. I think that's what you call them, audiograms. But I used our graphic that I made on Canva.
Yeah.
And then I put some sound from our podcast over it.
Yes, I loved how you were able to do that. I thought that was really cool.
And you can just, like, you can pick what clip you want of the podcast and put it over the graphic, and you can pick how the little audiogram at the bottom moves and stuff. So
I loved that. That was really cool.
yes. And then I also use Lightroom to edit my pictures. I use a lot of presets on my Bookstagram. So
oh yes, I use Lightroom too.
yeah, so it's good for that. You can find free presets online. You can make your own.
Yeah, I was about to say you can make your own.
But I just found free ones online, and that's what I use.
Yeah, I probably couldn't make my own, but you can always upload the ones that you buy or...
Yeah. Well, you said, like you don't really edit your pictures much, but you do like increase
I like to use a
brightness or whatever, so you could make that a preset for every time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think you can.
Yeah, I need to go and do that. Like the same settings that you use for each picture. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I need to try it.
And then there's also a new one that I've only used it one time, but I think I'll use it more in the future. There's, I think, what are they called? Carousels?
Yes.
On Instagram?
The carousels.
And it's basically where you make a picture that is like elongated and it's like it's spliced up for you to post it, but when you post it, when you swipe, it connects like seamlessly. And so I made one on my Bookstagram the other day. If you want to see it, go check it out. It's really cool though. It was really easy, and you can pick, I think you can pay for how many pictures you want to put on each slide. Like you can kind of make it a collage.
Right.
But I just used a free one.
Yeah.
I'm all about the free.
Oh, me too.
But it was really cool. You should go check out my Bookstagram and see it.
And I love carousels. I think that they're so pleasing to look at.
It was actually your idea for me to do that.
It was.
I love that.
I've seen other people do it, and I was just inspired. I wanted someone else to do it.
Okay, next category.
So next we have financial related apps. So anything related to finances, and I have a really good one, I think. I think that you may not have heard of this one before. I hadn't heard of it until about a year ago. And I cannot, for the life of me, remember how I heard about this app. But it's called Google Opinion Rewards. And I will say you have to share your location with Google, like, around the clock. So when that prompts you on the app, you have to always allow them to see your location. So I was a little bit worried about that. I don't know why that kind of sketched me out, but I did it. I dove in, I did it, and I'm really glad that I did because I've made probably at least $20 off this app. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but you know, it adds up over time, and I'm always about free money. So
yeah,
all you do, so it tracks your location, and when you go to certain places, restaurants,
websites,
websites, when you Google certain things or go to certain stores, it will pop up on the app and ask you, you know, have you visited any of these places recently? And it'll pop up a couple different options. And sometimes it doesn't apply to, you know, what you've been to lately, but most of the time it's something that you've recently done. And so you can click that. And then after you've done so, it'll ask you a few questions about whether or not you made a purchase and how you made that purchase. And then it gives you money for answering the question. I will say,
it's not a lot of money.
It's like 4 questions, and it only gives you like 30 cents, sometimes a little bit less.
Yeah, like sometimes it'll be like 50 cents or
16 cents. So it varies depending on how many questions you answer
and
things
takes
like that.
Like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it takes like 2 seconds. And it
like,
really does add up.
Free money.
Yeah, so it connects to PayPal.
It connects to PayPal. I haven't checked mine lately. I do use this app as well. But the last time I checked, I did have like $20 in there.
Yeah.
So
it adds up fast. And like I said, it connects to your PayPal, and every time you get $2 in the Google Opinion Rewards app, it automatically
sends it to your PayPal.
Yeah, sends it to your PayPal. And then, you know, every so often you can check your PayPal and transfer it to your bank account if you want, or leave it in there for purchases that you make through PayPal, things like that. And I think it's really neat. I mean, free money.
Yeah,
so
free money. I love it.
Go for it. Try it out.
I think we have one in common on our financial apps. We both use Credit Karma.
Yes.
Basically, in the credit scores on there are probably not completely accurate, but they're close.
Yeah, I know they're not completely accurate because when I made a purchase previously, it was a little bit different, but pretty close.
I think normally your credit scores are maybe a little bit lower than what it says.
Yeah.
But
still good to keep a check on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll let you know of any like breaches.
Yeah,
I think.
I was about to say that
Yeah.
it's notified me a couple times of my information being in a data breach, which is scary, but
Right.
glad someone's keeping a check on that.
It also like keeps up with your home equity and
any loans.
Student loans.
But
I mean, it's kind of like a game because it'll be like, your credit score improved 10 points today or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yay! It's so exciting.
And it gives you tips for how you can improve your credit score, which I think is really neat too. So it can tell you, different credit cards that might be beneficial for you to apply for. And it also tells you your odds, like how likely you are to get approved for that credit card.
Right.
So you can see like which ones you have outstanding odds for getting approved for. You can see their interest rates and everything right there. So
you can see like if you've bought a car, like obviously that's a hard pull on your credit report. You can see when that's going to fall off your credit score. So that's good to know as well. And then also like how many months, like if you have credit cards, like how many months in a row, I think you've made payments on time.
Yes. Yeah. It checks your on time, like
your credit history, like length of time.
Yeah.
Right. Like how long you've had your credit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's
neat. It is.
It's good to keep a check on stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so too. And like we said, it can kind of give you some ideas for how you can improve your credit score. I know that's always something to be mindful of. So it's a really good one to have. And I know there are other apps that you can use to keep up with your credit score, but definitely love Credit Karma.
Absolutely. Next, we have some shopping type apps. Do you want to go first?
Yes, I'm so excited about this one too.
I don't know about these.
I keep saying that, but my favorite shopping related app is called Shop. It's just the Shop app. I think you just type in Shop and you'll find it. And I use this to keep track of all of my packages.
What?
So I don't know about y'all.
What?
Yes, but whenever I have a package, I have to check it constantly. Like I always want to know exactly where it is, when it's going to arrive, things like that. So I use this app, and I don't know how it works. I think that it's something related to your emails and tracking numbers that have your name attached to them.
Interesting.
And so whenever you have a package, it should automatically populate in the app once you've ordered and it has been shipped. But sometimes you might have to go in and manually enter the tracking number. Either way, you can track all of your packages right there in the app. You can see when they're going to arrive.
I'm downloading this immediately.
Yes, I love this app because, like I said, I religiously check my packages after they've shipped, and I want to know exactly when I'm going to get them. And so I really like it. It's really good for keeping track of all of your packages in one place. You don't have to go through your email searching for all your different tracking numbers.
And I do that.
Yeah, me too.
Like every
Before
time.
I had this app, I did that all the time.
And it's so annoying because I'm like, I have to search, and then I order so much stuff. Tyler, stop listening. That I forget what I've ordered.
Yeah,
and like
me too.
How many packages do I have coming this week? Like,
yeah.
And so I'm trying to find that in my email because I get a ton of emails.
Me too.
Exhausting.
Yeah, it can be really hard to go back and track those down, so you have to search.
But also don't have a shopping problem like me. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Please be mindful of the things that you purchase. But yeah, I love this app. It makes it really easy to track all of your packages, and so it's a really good one to have. I really enjoy it.
Never heard of it, but I'm definitely downloading.
Yes, please do. I'll have to show it to you after this. It's really cool.
I have one that I've been using for several years. This goes along with free money, which we love. It's called Rakuten. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's previously known as Ebates.
Yes.
And I've used this forever. But basically, all you have to do is when you go to make a purchase, go to this app, and you hit, you get money back, a percentage back. It's different for every store. Sometimes it'll be 10% of your total purchase. Some days they'll have 12%. Most of the time it's around 3 to 6, I would say. Not every store is on there, but one of my favorite stores to shop at is Ulta, and it's on there.
And that's good. I really need to download this.
Yes, and during certain events that Ulta has, I will be mindful to use it every single time. I sometimes forget, but I think they send it out quarterly, send out checks quarterly. They'll just send a check to your house.
Oh, that's
cool.
You
just cash it, put it in the bank, and I love it. I mean, like you said earlier, I think it has more of a like reward than what you were talking about, but those are so easy and simple.
Yeah.
So it's still, you know, the same thing, but
yeah, and use all the rewards apps that you can.
Absolutely.
Get all the free money you can.
Free money. I mean, free money is free money. I don't care if it's, you know, $2 but it builds up. Like if you have a shopping problem, like me.
And me.
We're not condoning it, but if you're
gonna do it,
be
responsible.
Get some money back, okay? This is not sponsored or anything. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
But yeah, it's RAKUTEN. Get the app. Just get the app.
I'm going to download it after this.
You'll thank me later.
I have to start doing that. I think another one that we have in common in the same category is Ulta, the Ulta app. Yeah. I know we briefly mentioned Ulta.
Yes.
We love Ulta.
Ulta's the best.
And their rewards program is really, really good.
Yes. And I have to say, I'm Diamond. I love it.
See, I'm only Platinum. Maybe this year I'll make it to Diamond. I hope so. That would be really cool.
I just had to make like an effort to, instead of like run to Walmart to get stuff, just buy it at Ulta.
Yeah.
Because
I need to do that too.
It builds up quicker that way. Like whether that be shampoo or like even like things like, I think you can buy like Q-tips and stuff.
Yeah,
hairbrushes.
They have a lot of things like that there. And I need to do that. Especially like hairbrushes and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I buy hairbrushes all the time from Walmart, and that's like $10 that I
just
can have
make
on my Ulta
sure
rewards.
You go to your messages or your
it's like for you, like recommended promotions.
Yes.
In the app.
And you can get like 3 times points or 5 times points. Like it's different. And it'll be on certain products, whether that be skin or hair.
And there's always some sort of promotion.
Oh, absolutely. There's like 6 on mine right now.
Yeah, mine too.
And even if you don't think you're going to make those purchases, just
do it just in case. Yeah.
Because you don't know, like you don't think about it.
And it works for in-store or online purchases. So why not, you know, take a second, click apply all of those.
Every single one.
That way, just in case you run in Ulta and say like, oh, I need this, and grab something else, you know, you never know when you might be getting some bonus points.
Love it.
I will say me and Carrie are both stockpiling all of our points because points in the Ulta app translate to free money that you can spend
free
at
money.
Ulta. Or
I mean, obviously you're having to spend money to get money, but
you're getting some money back.
Money,
you know?
Yeah.
So we're both
we love money.
We're both trying to keep some of our points and not use them so we can buy
How many points do you have?
I don't know. I think I have enough for like $178.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'm saving
I think the more points that you have too, I will say this, like the better the reward gets.
Yes.
So, and depending on if you're just a regular member or a platinum member or a diamond member, you get points back or like a higher percentage of points back. But the longer that you keep your points, the more benefit you get from them. Like the values increase.
Yeah. They have like certain intervals. Like if you hit this, then you'll get a little bonus of even more.
Or like make a $100 purchase, get 250 points or something.
Yeah, they do a lot of things like that, which is really cool. Especially like during their 21 Days of Beauty event and their other events that they have throughout the year.
I'm saving mine up for a Dyson.
Me too.
Well, I think I am. Now that I have short hair, I think it will be more, it'll work better for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
But we'll see. I'm close.
I'm not. I think I'm at $178, but I think that I may like let my points build up a little bit more and then just bite the bullet and get like $200 off the Dyson. You know?
I mean, that's a great idea. Yeah. I agree with that plan. We can get it together and use it together.
Yes, I'm excited. I want one so bad.
So fun. Okay, next category is health and wellness. Start with yours.
Okay, so the first one I have is called Paceline, and I know we've been talking a lot about rewards.
This is either.
So I will say, I haven't been using this as much as I need to, and I think I heard about it through another podcast. I can't really remember, but I found this app, and basically you get points for exercising. So it works with your Apple Watch or your Fitbit or even your Garmin, and it will take the information from that on like how much you've exercised during the day, and it translates to points. So you can get points and you can get rewarded for those. And they have a lot of really great things. Like you can get a gift card to Lululemon right now is one of their rewards if you like share the app. And then they also have rewards for like Thrive Market and different health and wellness brands. They do a rotating partnership with some of these brands. So this week they may have certain brands that they're working with, and then next week it'll change. But it's really cool. And I mean, if you're into working out,
if you work out, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely start using it.
Free stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Love free stuff.
We do.
But that should have been a category.
Yes.
Rewards and free stuff.
Yes. That is a common theme here with our favorite apps. It's all things that give us free money, free things.
Mm-hmm. And things that you might not have thought about or even seen. So hopefully we're helping some of you guys out.
Hope so.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any more?
I also have the fitness app. It's already downloaded onto your iPhone if you use an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of how you check your data with your Apple Watch and any awards that you get from moving your body.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a new little tab there. I think they released it a little over a year ago. And it's called Fitness Plus. And I love Apple Fitness Plus. That's kind of what I've used to work out through the past year, because I like doing at-home workouts. I have more time to work out at home. It's not super practical for me to think that I'm going to drive to a gym every single day.
Yeah, no.
So being able to work out from the comfort of my own home has made it a lot easier for me to be active. And so I really like this app. They have a lot of really great workouts. It's all in different categories. So they have like HIIT workouts, high intensity interval training, strength related workouts.
I think that's my favorite type of workouts. When I do or have in the past, it's the HIIT workouts.
Yeah. Yeah. I love HIIT workouts. And it has different times. So some are as short as 10 minutes and then some are as long as 40 minutes. I don't think that they have any that are much longer than that, but they also have like cycling workouts if you have a bike, or they have workouts for your treadmill and different things like that. And I really enjoy the app. I've found that it makes it a lot easier for me to work out. I enjoy my workouts more when it feels like I'm in a class. I used to go to Orange Theory
like accountability.
Fitness. Yeah, I used to go to Orange Theory Fitness, and I loved having people around me when I worked out. And so I think that's why I like this app, because they have 3 instructors for like each of the classes.
Sometimes
so
it's like hard to like come up with something to do.
Yes, it is for
that
me.
can be like the hardest part about it, and so it kind of takes the guesswork out of it.
Yes,
like,
for sure.
Yeah, which
and
you do have to pay for the.
I think it's $9.99 a month, but I mean,
or like $80 a year.
Yeah,
maybe.
But it's less than a gym membership.
Exactly, it is. And if you have just like basic equipment at home, then why not do it?
And even if you're going to the gym, I think that it's a really good add-on for your already existing gym membership, just because of the ideas that you can get from it. I know that you mentioned that sometimes it's hard to come up with workouts on your own. That's something I really struggle with. Like, I used to go to the gym and I wouldn't know what to do, so I would end up walking around and doing the same thing over and over again.
Right.
And so this kind of, like you said, takes the guesswork out of it and provides you with ideas that are already there for you.
Right.
And then the last app in this category that I really enjoy is called 5K Runner. I think it was formerly the Couch to 5K app, if you've heard of that.
I've used that before.
So I really enjoy the app. I will say I'm not a runner at all. I do not like running, but last year I decided I wanted to get into it a little bit more and start trying to run a little bit. And so it was really helpful for me, and I really enjoy it. I like having the prompts that tell you like when to walk and when to run, and then the way it works, it starts off with you running for like a minute and then walking for a minute, and then it gradually increases the amount of time that you run and shortens the amount of time that you spend walking until you can run a full 5K.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I really enjoy it. I haven't used it as much this year and in the past couple of months, but as it starts to get warmer here in Alabama, I want to, get outside a little bit more and maybe start running. So I'll probably start using this again soon. So if you're looking to become a runner, it's definitely a helpful app to have.
Cool. I don't work out, but I did want to mention this one. This is me adding this on after the fact, but Alive by Whitney Simmons, isn't that?
Yes.
Me and Courtney love Whitney.
We do.
We follow her on every...
We followed her for years, like when she first started.
But she's like huge now.
Yes. Oh, and funny story about this. Y'all, I remember sitting at Carrie's house when I was in undergrad and she had just graduated undergrad. And I was sitting at your house and I was telling you about how I wanted to start working out again. And you were like, oh, if you're serious about it, you need to follow this girl right here. And you showed me Whitney.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know
You
that.
introduced me to Whitney Simmons. You showed me her on YouTube.
I was thinking you introduced me to her.
No, you introduced me to her, and it cracks me up now because you literally said, if you are serious about this,
Mm-hmm.
you need to follow this girl.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And I did.
Yeah,
and
I used to. That's how I got all my workouts when I did work out.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a funny story. I was working out the year of my wedding. You know, me and Tyler started in January.
Yeah.
And when you order a wedding dress, they make you go up a size. And when it got in, it was like loose and like loose on my body, like around my stomach and my legs. Like it didn't fit correctly. So it needed to be altered.
Right.
But we were working out every single day, running. I was doing a lot of HIIT workouts with like the treadmill, you know, on a high incline. So like working your glutes and all that stuff. And so when it came time for me to get my dress altered, I tried it on, and Tyler's aunt was the one that did it. And she was like, so where
am I altering this?
Where do I need to do? Like, what do I need to do? And I was like, well, when I tried it on before, it was loose.
Yeah.
And she said, what are you doing differently? And it wasn't like I had just like, it wasn't like me eating a lot. Like, she knew that, you know, that wasn't it. It was, I said, well, I've been working out every day. And she said, stop, or you're not going to fit into your dress. She's like, you can like walk on the treadmill or something, like keep up with that. But like, please don't be lifting a lot of weights. And because I was
about to bust
a lot of muscle. So that's when I stopped working out. And that was, that was 5 years ago. And I haven't picked it back up. But maybe this year. Maybe this year will be my year.
It's never too late to start.
Yep, we've said that before.
Yeah, we have. Not applies to.
But yeah, Alive by Whitney Simmons, or Alive by Whitney, I think it's on that app.
And I have used that app too, and I really enjoy
like a specific person, and you wanted your workouts to come from one person. She does a great job. I love her.
Yes, she does. I've used that one as well, and I really enjoy that app as well.
I think you have to pay.
I think it's $14.99 a month. I'm not sure what the yearly price is. Maybe like $120.
But gotta be less than a gym membership.
Yeah,
and you just need basic equipment, I think.
Yeah,
or you can take that with you to the gym.
Yeah, she has a lot of different categories. So she has like dumbbell only workouts and things like that. And some that don't require any equipment, like body weight workouts. Some that require just like a resistance bands, things like that. So
I think it is directed more towards females, but like when me and Tyler were working out, he was doing the same workouts, like, because I would come up with a workout and we would just do it at the gym. So it's, you know, male friendly as well.
Yeah.
My other health and wellness app, I get Botox, guys. I'm not ashamed. I tell everybody that I get Botox. I started getting it last July, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been like
that
6
sounds
months
about right.
So. But back on the rewards, there's I think it's called Ollie or Allie. I think they call it Allie at the med spa that I go to. But we looked up her pronunciation, and I think it's Ollie. But basically, for every purchase you make, you get points, and those points are turned into cash.
That's really cool.
And when you get 100 points, which is not a lot, guys. Okay, I think you get that every time you like have a visit.
Yeah.
100 points equals $10. So I've got like 400 points that I have no idea even how they got there, and it's like $40 off of your service, your purchase or your service. And I always buy my Botox when it's like $10, and I'll do all the, like at Christmas time they did, or Botox actually did, buy a $50 gift card, get a $50 gift card.
Oh, that's cool.
So I bought that. And then Tyler also bought that, so I have $200 to use, which I spent $100 for. I'm all about the deals, guys. You'll learn that. Yeah. We'll talk about
get the most bang for your buck.
Absolutely. And then I'll save that until they do $10 Botox.
Right. Yeah.
And then I'll get a lot more than what I would have otherwise. But that's my health and wellness app, guys.
It's Botox. A good one. I want to get Botox this year. Hopefully, this will be the year that I do it.
And like, you don't have to feel pressured to do this. I do it for me. I've always had like deep set wrinkles in my forehead.
We're very expressive with our foreheads.
Always moving our eyebrows. And I've had them since I was in high school. Like, I can look back on pictures from when I was 18 years old, and I had deep wrinkles in my forehead. Yeah. And I just want to like go back and be like, stop raising your eyebrows. Like, stop doing that. But it's okay because we have Botox.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes me feel better about my makeup because, I like to wear makeup, so it doesn't settle in those lines. It's for me. It's not for anybody else. It's only
that's what
for
I was
me.
about to say. I think it's definitely okay to invest in things like this and, do things like this for yourself as long as you're doing it for you and it makes you feel better about yourself. I think it's okay.
Yeah. And I mean, some people would be like, oh, you're too young for that. But I do have wrinkles, and I think the younger that you start using it, the less you will have to use over time.
Yeah. Do it as a preventative.
A preventative, even though I already had them, but like prevent them from getting worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Next category is food.
Oh, yes. We love food.
My favorite food app, Chick-Fil-A.
Yes.
Chick-Fil-A.
That's
lots
of
of rewards.
Too. Yes, and I will say, I don't know if this is a thing for every state, but in Alabama, if you have the Chick-fil-A app and Alabama or Auburn during football season get in the red zone, you automatically get a free chicken sandwich if you pull up your app. And
I love it.
When they're in the red zone, you get a free chicken sandwich.
Roll Tide. Can't tell me otherwise.
But yeah, it's for Alabama and Auburn. So both teams, on Alabama game days, if one of them gets in the red zone, you get a free chicken sandwich in the Chick-fil-A app.
That's awesome. I love that. Another one I have on my list is Budget Bites. This is
I haven't heard of this one either.
App that I used when I was in PA school, and we were trying to save money because we were living on one income essentially. Yeah. But basically, I can't remember the girl that started this app. I'll have to look that up and let y'all know at a later time. But you can get on the app and, go through the recipes. I think she's got gluten-free ones, low carb, keto, paleo, all of the different types of categories that you can want. You can buy extra recipes, or you can just go what's already preloaded on the app. I think the app is $2.99. And then you can buy extra plans or use your points. Like if you go to, I think it's called a marketplace or something like that, you get coins and you can use that, for those other recipes. Yeah. But it breaks down, obviously it's going to be different depending on what grocery store you go to. But it breaks down the price per serving.
That's cool.
So if you're really balling on a budget, then you can see that, and it'll be like $1.25 per serving, or whatever it is.
That's cool.
But it takes the guesswork out, and if you want to get on there, just to like come up with some new things to throw in the mix for your week instead of like falling into
I'm guilty of sticking to the same recipes week to week, doing the same thing over and over.
I haven't used it a lot recently, but I used to use it all the time. Yeah. But I really like that app. And then also use Yelp all the time. And that's basically just when we go out of town and I'm wanting to find a restaurant that
get some new ideas
or whatever. Look up reviews, make sure it's something that's good and people like and enjoy. Or if you want to look at pictures of the food that's on the menu, like if you're not sure, like, is this going to be big enough portion for me? Yeah. Then you can do that as well. But I really like Yelp.
Yeah.
A lot.
One of my favorites, it's a new one that I recently downloaded, actually yesterday, and it's the Taco Bell app. I didn't know that their app was so good, but they give you rewards for, however much money you spend, you'll get certain rewards. So, and I also want to say, my fiance Logan, he wanted me to mention this, that if you're not using a certain app, whether that be for food or shopping, it's a good idea to, get with your significant other or a friend and use the same login for the app so you can combine your rewards. What? So this is something that
what if they use the reward that you want to use?
Well,
sad. You have to come up with an agreement.
Yeah, you do have to come up with an agreement.
I've been saving this and you used it.
Yes. But what I will say is, I should have mentioned this when we were talking about the Ulta app. But a few years ago, Logan, he loves to surprise me with makeup and stuff, since he knows that's something I enjoy. And so he was always buying me makeup from Ulta. And I told him, I was like, I really appreciate this, and I don't want to sound like a brat, but, it might be really nice if you could just log in on my Ulta account and purchase these things, so I can get the points.
Like if he goes in the store to buy something?
Yeah, giving them my phone number.
Give them your number, yeah.
Yeah, so I can get the points for it. So he still buys me things from Ulta, but he's just logged in on my app, and he'll buy them that way. That way I get the points. And that's what we're doing with the Taco Bell app. We're just sharing a login, and then that way, since we both eat Taco Bell so much.
I don't think I could do that because I'd be scared that he would use
Right.
my reward.
Yeah, I get that. But I will say,
and I like to stockpile my points on everything.
Yeah, we do too. And this has different categories, kind of like the Chick-Fil-A app. So you start out at like mild, then go to hot, fire. I'm not sure what comes after fire. I guess Diablo. Yeah. But so there's different categories, and then you can get rewards for how much you spend. But you get rewards frequently. So we have 3 that we've gotten in the past 2 days. We've eaten Taco Bell twice in the past 2 days, once yesterday and once today. We've already gotten 3 rewards.
I love Taco Bell. Oh my God. I love that they have breakfast. It's so
Me
yummy.
too. I love their breakfast.
Oh, it's so good.
And I think like I said, I think we've gotten 3 rewards since yesterday. So
it builds up.
Yeah, really fast.
I'm going to have to download that because it's like one of the only restaurants here.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, next, reading.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any apps for this?
I have one that I think we have in common.
Okay.
Which is Goodreads.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I will say, I think this app is kind of like Facebook for readers, honestly.
Yeah. Like you get on there and you can keep track of what you've read, what you want to read. I think you have want to read, currently reading, that's it, and then what you've read.
Yeah.
And you can get on there and review books if you want. You can rate your books. You can see other people's ratings. You can follow friends from Facebook or, find them otherwise. Like if you're like me and you watch a lot of YouTubers or have a Bookstagram account, you can get on there and find them.
Yeah.
And if you're like me and you read a lot of books, like obviously I can't keep track of every book. Like I can't remember every single detail about every book. So it's a good way for me to be like, did I read that? I think I did read that. But it's on my shelf as read or not read.
Yeah.
But I love
it's nice
Goodreads.
to have everything there in one place. That way it makes buying books easier.
Yeah.
Because you can say, oh, I want to read this, this, and this. This is on my list. And, kind of
and you can scan the barcodes on your books to, like, to put them on your shelves on the Goodreads app.
And see, this was an app that you kind of introduced to me as well. I know that
and I've had it for so long.
Yes, you have.
And I love seeing, like, I love that reading is, like, such a trend right now. And, people are, like, hopping on the bandwagon. I love that. And I love seeing, like, friends from Facebook that will, like, add me on there. And I like keeping track of, like, what they're reading. And, like, you can set a yearly goal. And, that can be something just for you. You know, no need to compare. But, like, this year, I normally do 52 books. Yeah. That's a book a week. That's easy for me. I met that goal last year. I think I read 130 books. Yeah, maybe.
Something like that. You read a lot. I think you more than doubled your goal.
Yeah, so this year I set it at 52 originally, but I was like, you know what? Let's bump it up. Like, let's make the stakes higher, you know? Yeah. So 100 books. 100 books, that's how many I want to read this year. I think I've read like 15 or something.
Okay. My goal is 12, so 1 a month. And I will say I've already read 3 this year.
Really?
Yeah. So I may have to adjust my goal.
You might.
Because, I don't want to make it super easy.
Maybe you could do 24.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe 24. But yeah, so I'm already a fourth of the way through my goal for the year. So I'm excited about that.
That's so great. I love that for you.
I know.
Yay. I have a couple of other ones. One that I recently downloaded it's called Libro.fm. And I think when you purchase, it's kind of like Audible.
Okay.
So you have a monthly membership price, and you get 1 credit per month. But instead of it being like Audible and just like this big, company, it supports local bookshops. Right. So I guess you pick which like bookstore you want to buy from. Okay. And so you're buying this audiobook and it helps That's cool. Local. It's support local. So yeah, I love that. Shop local. I don't use it very often because my favorite reading app of all time is Libby, Libby. And if you have a library card, you input that information on this app and you borrow books just like you would from the library.
That's cool.
So you can borrow ebooks or audiobooks, and obviously you have to wait in line just like you would for a library book.
See, I like that, though. I think that's kind of part of the fun.
Well, so you can place, like, all these holds on library books. And it's free. It's free, guys.
I need to download
Audible is great if, you know, you're not reading very much and you just need 1 credit a month, and that's what you're going to read for the month. But that can get really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, those audiobooks are high priced. I mean, I don't want to pay the money for it. So it's good to support your local library. And you can buy out-of-state library cards.
That's cool.
So I have one for Virginia, Fairfax Library. And then I also have one for Brooklyn Library.
That's cool.
It's $50 for the Brooklyn one for a year.
Right.
And then $27 for the other one for Virginia. And it's, I mean, if you think about how much you would spend on Audible, it's a fraction of the cost to do it that way.
Or buying books.
And that way you can see if your local library doesn't have a book,
you can check with the other ones.
You can check with the other ones, and it's so easy. You just click, and it'll show each one of your libraries.
Yeah.
And if the other libraries have it.
Yeah, and that's really nice, especially with us, you know, being in Alabama. A lot of small town libraries, and so, you know, they may not have as large of a selection as those other ones do.
Yeah, but I really love that one. Download that one if you like to read.
Yes.
Okay.
So
just a few more.
Yeah, I think this is our final category, right? So, I'll go ahead and let you start this one off, because the final app that we'll talk about is one that we have in common.
I'm sorry.
And it's honestly one of our favorite apps of all time.
Yes, I love it. Okay, so I have a couple to talk about.
Yeah.
One of them is Havenly.
I don't think I've heard of this either.
Okay, if you have a house or an apartment or whatever, and you struggle with interior design,
you have mentioned this to me before,
and you don't want to pay, like, I'm not saying don't support, you know, people in their businesses. I'm just saying if it's not something that you're taking to the extreme, or that's not in your budget, you pay a small fee. I think it's around $80 or something like that for them to, and you can pick a room in your house that you're struggling with. Yeah. For me, I did my living room downstairs.
Yeah, one that everyone's going to see.
And you kind of go through and take a quiz of things that you like. You can pick pictures out that you do like. I think mine was like boho modern. I don't remember. But they design every aspect of your living room. So
I remember you doing this.
Yeah, I was living at home then. That's when I first started my job, when the house was being built. From rugs to furniture, light fixtures, curtains, curtain rods, anything. And you take pictures of your space, and then they make this graphic for it, which I think it cost a little bit more to do that, but I wanted to see it.
Yeah, kind of see it in your space, know what it would look like.
But they give you several different options for, like, it's not just one rug.
Right.
Like, they'll give you 3 options for rugs. Or, my dogs, they're hungry.
It's almost dinner time.
It's almost dinner time for them. They're going to have to wait just a few more minutes. They'll pick 3 different rugs, and if you already have some furniture for that space,
you can share that.
You can tell them that, like, for me, all I had for my living room was a couch.
Okay, so they were kind of able to work with that.
They worked with it, and they included it. Like, I sent her a picture of my couch, and she included it on the...
So you could see what the other things are going to look like.
Yeah,
not only in your space, but with your couch. That's
and
cool.
You work with somebody specific. So, like, I guess you can pick your designer. Yeah. Or one can be automatically assigned to you. And if you don't like a particular designer or you want to change, you can also do that. But it's just really cool. And I think I heard about it from my friend Malia, because she also built a house after we graduated PA school, and she used it for, I think, one room in her home as well. But it's neat.
That is neat.
And then I have one other one, and then the final one that we will share. I think Courtney might have a couple. No, just the one.
Just the one.
Okay. Picture this. Have you heard of it?
No. You're surprising me with a lot of these.
Well, you did too.
A lot of things I've never heard of.
I'm going to have to get your list and, like, download the ones I want.
Yeah, we'll share a list.
It's called Picture This. Last year, I really got into plants. Like, I'm a plant mama, guys. Like,
you are.
I have many plants downstairs. And my mother-in-law has bukus of plants, and she just knows how to take care of them. I don't know what any of these things are called. And if I see something that I like, I don't know how to Google it.
Right.
So
because you don't know what it is.
You get on this app and you take a picture of the plant, and it will tell you what it is.
That's cool.
How to take care of it, when to water it, what type pot it needs, how often you need to prune it, how to propagate it, all of the things that you need to know.
That's
you can download the basic app. My dogs are still whining outside the door.
I don't know if you can hear that, but they're
I hope
very
not.
sad.
You can download the basic app and use it as is, or you can pay, I think it's $30 a year for all of the extra information if you're serious about being a plant mama and you want to be the best plant mama there is. Which these are all things that I guess you could Google.
Yeah.
But just having it all in one place and just being able to snap a picture and that be it. Have everything you could possibly want to know about a pothos or pothos, whatever it is.
That's cool.
Fiddle leaf fig, which sadly, I killed my fiddle leaf fig.
I killed mine too.
Death. Like, R.I.P.
Those R.I.P. are hard Freddie. Plants to take care of,
I named him after Freddie Freeman because I'm a Braves fan, and he's dead.
Oh, no, Freddie.
Freddie's gone. It's so sad. But he was beautiful. He didn't live a very long life, but while he was alive, he was beautiful.
That's so sad.
I know, so sad. So, last app. Go ahead.
Yes, so the one that we have in common is called Influenster.
Mm-hmm.
And Carrie and I, we've been using this app, since like 2013?
So almost 10 years.
Yeah, almost 10 years on this app. I think it was 2013 when we joined.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are not currently on Influenster,
what are you doing?
Right, you need to get on this app because Carrie and I use it, and throughout the years we've gotten many free, what Influencer calls Vox boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are just boxes that are sent to you. It's not on any kind of schedule, so you're not going to get them monthly or
they'll send out
yearly.
Surveys, and if you qualify, you can try out this product. It could be a new product.
Yes.
Something that's not been released yet.
Yes.
And you review it.
Yeah, and it's, this app isn't gender specific. They have things for everyone on there that you can try out.
I've tried to get Tyler to do this so many times.
I've tried to get Logan to do it too.
Like, it would be so awesome for him, but he won't do it.
Yeah, and not only just like beauty products and things like that, but also food. Yeah. I've gotten food on there before. Different little snacks that are coming out. And
I get a lot of skincare and makeup, but that's
me too.
That's my
main interest.
Right. Yeah. You can get hair products on there.
I've gotten a few hair products, some
stuff to try out for your dogs.
Yeah. And not just, drugstore brands, but also high-end makeup brands as well. Yeah, luxury brands. You've gotten some luxury brands, right?
Yes. I got a free perfume. Like, a perfume from Coach.
Wow.
Full size.
That's cool.
Beautiful. It hadn't been released yet. And with that one, you aren't able to talk about it, Baron. You aren't able to talk about it until, I guess, it's been released, yes. But I get skincare all the time. And that's the first, well, no, it's not the first perfume I've got, but full size. That was the first one.
That's neat. Mm-hmm. And so with this app, you get these products sent to you for free. Mm-hmm. And then the only thing that you're obligated to do is write reviews on these products. And it doesn't have to be positive. So you don't have to like it. They want your honest opinion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so if you absolutely hated the product you received, you're more than welcome to say that. They don't censor you at all. You're free to talk about it however you like.
You just have to say that you received it from Influencer.
Yeah. Yeah, just have to be transparent and let everyone know that you received it for free to try out.
Right.
But yeah, that's all you're obligated to do is just leave some reviews and you get to try out some free products. So it's really fun for us. Not only are we able to try out some products that may be new and unreleased, but we're also able to, just get some new things that we haven't tried before. Mm-hmm. So
I love it. It's perfect.
Me too. Honestly, probably one of my favorite apps that we've used for the longest time.
Yeah, no, it's probably the longest standing one that we've both had.
Yeah.
And
we had it before it was an app.
Courtney told me that she wanted to share about that app, and I was like, I want to keep it to myself. But we're being completely transparent with you guys, and we want y'all to be able to utilize all the things that we do.
Yeah.
And like all the tips and tricks and stuff.
Go get you some free products.
We're not going to gatekeep it, I guess. We'll just tell y'all about it.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that wraps this up.
I
We'd
think
love
so.
to hear some of your favorite apps.
Yes, feel free to let us know.
Send us a message at Bloom_podcast on Instagram. We want to know your favorite products. And if you use some of these apps, let us know that too. That would be great.
Please. Yeah, we want to know what you think about them. We might have to figure out a way to share our list on Instagram. That way you'll be able to see them.
I can make a little graphic with my Canva app.
Yes, we need to do that. And then, of course, like Carrie said, let us know what apps you like as well.
Yep. I think that wraps episode 2 up.
I think so.
Time to go feed the dogs.
Yes, they'll be so happy.
I hope that y'all didn't hear that. It's so sad right outside my door.
Oh.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much for listening to not only our last podcast, but also this new episode.
And make sure you share it with all your friends.
Yes, please.
We're really excited where this is going. So
we are. We're enjoying ourselves.
Can't wait to talk more next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye guys.